Right, well, EV manufacturers are feeling the fallout from a Tesla-driven price war. China's BYD erased $18 billion in value the past month. So, Pras, what does that mean for BYD's outlook?
Well, I guess it's more of a China story when we talk about BYD and not so much a Tesla story. There's a lot of competition there in the lower end, the cheap EV hybrid space that BYD operates. And BYD had a good year, in a good February last month. Their sales were up 87% year over year. So they're doing well. It's just the fact that their stock price is getting hit. A lot of its peculiarities of the Chinese stock market, not exactly in the best spot right now. You also talk about Warren Buffett, that is unloading shares of BYD in the last few months. That's sort of not helping the matters there. So BYD sort of feeling a little bit pinched there in stock price. But, from an operational point of view, they're still selling a lot of cars. They may have had to discount some of them to kind of compete. But if you look at it from a point of view of competition, Tesla in China at least operates at a much higher end, almost luxury market. So they're sort of operating there. They're cutting prices there to deal with NIO and other brands like that, whereas BYD is still growing share, but at a cheaper hybrid cars, smaller EV sort of market there for them.
So, Pras, do you think it'll make it difficult if Tesla does decide to come out with a much cheaper model than to compete with the BYDs of the world?
Well, I think that's going to happen, right? I think we're going to see that happen with the sub $25,000 car that may come. It may come to the U.S., I think not at sub 25, but around 25 to 30, maybe even cheaper in China with smaller batteries. I think that's the goal for Tesla, is to keep growing their sort of footprint and not at the expense of the higher end vehicles. They want to grow that lower end where they can actually, maybe they will be taken to BYD. But in China, you have more kind of a more mature market there for the cheaper, smaller cars. We don't have that in the U.S. here for cars with like 100 and 150 mile round range. It's not really a thing we do here, but in China, it's a big deal. So I think that BYD might be looking over the shoulder thinking of maybe Tesla will be coming in a few years.
Certainly one to watch indeed. Pras Subramanian, thanks so much.